one of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jags and the Commanders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
We are just inside the Beltway, 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Joining Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is time to begin another NFL season. Here we go. And it's a new era for Washington, making their debut under the Commanders' name. And, Charles, they're going to face a team in Jacksonville who is starting this year up with a new man in charge as well. So newness on both sides here in this one.
Yeah, and only 3 combined playoff appearances in the
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Dak going to start out going to the air. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Meanwhile, Dak's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing again, 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if man coverage, because he just did it on that one. Forcing incompletion, that'll let him get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. That's Jaron Taylor, the right tackle.
Still third down.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields. They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The CD, as we look at this draft class, this offense received quite a bit of help this past April. It's a group very focused on this side of the ball, particularly when you look at those early picks.
Yeah, when you look at the top of the board, it's pretty clear they want an immediate impact player for their offense in the first round, and they got it. Beyond that, I like how they kept adding to that unit in the rounds that followed. Those other picks, they may not all be the same type of day-one difference makers, but coach them up, and they could make a difference down the road.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Agnew now to return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw into the hand. Now the ball comes loose, and it's Washington that scoops it up. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action, Fields. Rolling to his left. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Robinson with another carry. And he's got room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 44, Prescott. He shakes him off. Open man is Kurt, complete. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Jacksonville made Christian Kirk the headliner of their 2022 free agency spending spree, and he's one of the highest paid receivers in the league right now. So what do they expect? For him to get his first career 1,000-yard season and give them big-time production. He gets him a first down right there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. That's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They'll break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll try to run forward with Cohen. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Prescott, he'll drop this one down to Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it will put the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 7, Fields over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Come on, let's go. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. Dak Prescott leads his offense back out for their next possession. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Prescott off play action. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That's good for 28 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Fields. That'll be caught by Eric Ezukama. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did.
Yeah.
But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Fields throw into the hands of Turner. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught by Ezukama. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Darius Williams in there to make the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Back to throw. Fields. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Fields. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Fields. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Prescott. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to wrap the tight rope there for the completion. And just 3 yards on the catch there. Couldn't get away. And 1 yard to go on third down. Prescott now. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. He's got Turner. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. And you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. On play action, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Prescott yet again.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
And they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A final shot before the break. Fields, he'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields completes it to Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, here's Fields. He'll get this one to Ezekama. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Fields. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And this one is right down Broadway. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once you make the read, he's able to make the play. I see a surprise in the face there, Paul. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Oh, good move. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tariq Cohen, 63 yards. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it, and you probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. A second down throw for Prescott. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
Kick the receiver in the short field, and that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now Brown. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run behind center with Connor. There he goes left side. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 46 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Prescott's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. A give to Cohen. He heads right.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
4th down, Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
With it is Brown.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Here's Fields.
Over the middle, he hits Austin. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From just shy of midfield,
Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Play action. It's Fields.
Steps, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. Down. Fields has to have this one.
On the move to his left. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground?
He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Washington on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him starting up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On play action, Fields out to his left. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Fields throw into the hands of Turner. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Fields. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
Well, this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, right side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts him in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Fields on first down.
And he finds Austin complete. And some space here.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. For the defense, the problem wasn't so much that they let him catch that drag route. It's that they had nobody around him after the catch.
As you well know, when they make the catch, you have to make the tackle on the spot. Those yards after catch are the yards that kill a defense because it keeps drives alive.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Commanders are once again back in front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Good footwork at the 30. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 45 on second down. Fields, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 36. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Robinson up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the rookie Brian Robinson finished things off with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Dak Prescott of the offense. Down by 11. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Dak. Into the hands of Ingram.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here's Prescott.
Gonna get this. The ball comes out.
And does Washington have it? They do.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you know coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Able to hook up here with Ridley.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Draw play. Cohen.
144 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
And Ingram hauls it in.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.